This year, Busch Light is coming back to the Super Bowl with an ad where they resurrect an old jingle that they had that first debuted in 1979 called Head for the Mountains.
Head for the mountains of Busch. Head for the mountains of Busch.
It's been a few years since Busch had an ad in the Super Bowl. They had one a few years ago where opening the can sound like a river roaring, to talk about it being crisp. But this year they're focusing on a certain line from the original song where they talk about the smoothness of Busch. So the commercial starts with two friends that are in the woods and they sit down for a beer, and one of them says,
"You know, whenever you crack open a Busch Light, the mountain starts singing."
And all of a sudden, giant people appear over the mountain and they start singing the old song.
Head for the mountains of Busch.
After a few seconds, one of them says,
"Hit it, Giant Kenny G."
They are leaning into the Kenny G aspect of that, obviously well known for his smooth jazz over the last several decades.
So smooth.
Tell us, how did you get involved with Busch Light for this campaign?
Well, I'm not sure who called whom, but I did get the request, and I knew the song a little bit, but I also knew it more than normal because when I was doing one of my cameos, one of the requests was for me to play the song, this old song, Head for the Mountains, from the late 70s. And I thought, okay, cool. So I learned it. And so when they asked me, do you want to be part of this? I said, well, yeah, I know the melody already, so it's going to be great.
I also talked to Daniel Blake, who is one of the marketers at Anheuser-Busch, about the ad. And he talked about why Kenny G is a good fit for them and what they're trying to get across.
Busch Light and Kenny G, a little bit unexpected, but he was the perfect person. He was the perfect person to refresh the song. There's one key lyric in the song. It's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you. Obviously talking about Busch Light beer. But when we heard this line and we're really analyzing the song, we're like, man, no one in music is smoother than Kenny G.
Once I came up with my parts and recorded them, I wanted to have everything completely done before we shot so that I could lip sync, I call it lip sync, finger sync basically, the part. Now, I think I'm the only one that cared about that. But I do care about it because as a saxophone player, I want to look at myself and know that when I'm doing that, those are the notes.
Kenny G, over the years has become ubiquitous in a lot of ways. He's been the butt of some jokes, but he's also in other ways really embraced them.
If I'm the butt of the joke, if it's funny, I love it. It doesn't bother me because it's truly funny. For example, in South Park, I'm the guy that plays a note that makes everyone, crap their pants. I mean, that's funny. I like that kind of stuff. So to be the butt of the joke, if you get the joke, you can enjoy it. And if you don't get the joke, I think you're letting your ego get in the way because, the life that we have where people are, supporting you and wanting you to go around the world and play for them. And it seems a shame to me when I see some of the artists that maybe take that for granted and don't want any, funny ribs. I don't mind that at all. So I've always enjoyed it.